Hey guys, it's Dom and welcome back to my channel. So if you've seen my how I got rid of $15,000 of credit card debt in 6 months video, and if you haven't seen the video, go ahead and watch it. I'll leave it a link in like one of the cards above. But if you have seen that video, you'll know that one of the things that I mentioned that really helped me be able to put as much money as possible towards my credit card debt was lowering my variable expenses. And the biggest variable expense that I lowered was my grocery budget. I believe during that time I was working with like a $50 a week grocery budget, or like $200 a month, and that budget took care of my groceries, but it also took care of like any personal items I needed, household items, and also getting my dog his food and his treats and stuff. So I was doing a lot with this $200 a month budget. I also didn't have a takeout or like restaurant budget, so this $200 a month was feeding me for every meal. This was an ambitiously low grocery budget for me to be working with, and I had to do a lot of planning before each grocery trip to make sure that I was at or below my budget. And today's video is gonna be all about that planning process. And I still use this process to this day, even though I am out of debt and my grocery budget has increased significantly. If you guys find today's video particularly helpful or useful, consider giving it a like. And if you're feeling really crazy, go ahead and subscribe, because your girl is gonna be putting out a lot more videos centered around lowering your everyday expenses and also budgeting. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first is you're gonna wanna have a list of all the things you need from the grocery store. I hate grocery shopping, and I like to spend as little time as possible in the grocery store. I don't like crowded places unless there's alcohol, because that tends to make everything tolerable. I like to begin my list on the Notes app on my Mac, and it's really convenient because it'll just sync to the Notes app that's on my iPhone, which is what I have with me when I actually go grocery shopping. It's a really cool app because they have these like little check boxes that I think are just perfect for making lists like these. I like to keep in mind the meals and the snacks that I'm gonna want for that week, or more recently, I've been doing my shopping every 2 weeks. Typically, I like to plan for 3 to 4 different meal options and 2 to 3 different snack options. And then once I have those things figured out, I go ahead and I write those ingredients down on the list. Next, after I have my list all written out, I like to split that screen with a web browser, and I want to go to the website of the store that I'm going to be shopping at. So I live in Texas. I do most of my shopping at HEB. So I'll go to the website and I will type in an item that's on my list. So first one, leg quarters. Your girl loves some leg quarters. And this is the bag that I usually get cheap as hell for 10 pounds, and I usually just cut them up. But either way, they are $5.99, and I like to note that next to the item on my list. This part is crucial for me because I really do not like going over my grocery budget, and this will give me a rough estimate on how much everything's gonna cost before I even step foot in the grocery store. Having the estimated price next to the item too has also helped me in situations where the specific brand of an item that I wanted is not in stock. It'll give me a good idea of what budget I should like shoot for and like a substitute. So like, for example, I went grocery shopping the other day, and I love getting the Jif natural peanut butter with honey, and it's usually $2.22 at my local HEB. Well, they were out of stock with that, which I was very, very sad over. But I needed to find a substitute, and because I had it written down how much that usually cost, I looked for a substitute that was like around the same price or lower, so that I could still stay on budget or stay on like my estimated budget. So once that list is finished with all of the prices next to each item, I can really sit and look back and realize the things that maybe I need to substitute some stuff out for. For example, if there's an item up there that I did want, but it's gonna eat up like all of my $50 budget or whatever my budget is for that grocery trip, then I can make the decision right then and there on if I want to look for another snack to have that's not as costly. I don't like making those decisions in the grocery store because, like I mentioned before, I do not like grocery shopping, and I feel very like anxious and overwhelmed when I'm in the grocery store, and I don't make the best decisions like if I need to make a decision in the store. So I'd rather do it during the planning process before I actually get to the store. And that's it, guys. That is my grocery shopping planning process. I don't know what that was. That is the whole process. It's not a really long process. It can take longer depending how long your list is and how long it takes you to estimate out how much each item is going to cost, or if you're going to be going to like different grocery stores and stuff, it can get, I guess, a little bit complicated. It works for me. I only go to like 2 different grocery stores, maybe 3 on occasion. The time that I spend doing this process is well worth it, because as somebody who I just don't enjoy grocery shopping, I like to make the process as seamless as possible. I like to have a list that has all the information that I need to know right then, because if I try to rely on myself remembering how much something is supposed to cost or remembering an item or something, I'm not going to be able to do it while I'm in the grocery store. So just having a really detailed list that has everything, all the information you need, that is the way to go for me. Let me know in the comments below if you guys do a process that's like similar to this, or if it's not, let me know what your process is for grocery shopping. I will catch you in the next video.